I think the ones who judge people that don't work need to get fired from their job. They need to have their car taken away. Um, that what and they um, there needs to be a way where they have a hard time getting a job. Just so they can walk in that person's shoes, so they know how it feels to see reality that not everybody who isn't working isn't doing that to themselves. And those who do go to work are being bullied at work. Not in a sense where they're I don't know how to say it. Like they're not coming out and bullying them right in front of people. They're doing it when no one's looking. They'll do stuff purposely to them behind their back, even hiding shit from them. And then when you go for it, it is gone and you can't do your work. And it makes you so mad to the point where you're walking around doing what they do and not doing no work because you're so freaking heated by the bullshit that they have done to you. So you're like, fuck it, I ain't doing it either. I'm tired of this shit, you know? And then it makes you look bad. Like they're purposely doing that to you so that way they say, look, that person's doing it too, and all this other shit. And then when you want to quit, they turn around, when you do quit, they turn around and call you a bum and all this other stuff and say, I work for a living. It's not right. This person gets free shit and I don't. When majority of the time, those people that are judging those who don't work do not like their job. Or it's because of the fact they have a job being a government agent, working undercover to only solely help greedy people have more, hoping that when they retire, they'll have just as much as the person they had helped. People aren't looking at that at all. And then there's ones who like to live in poor conditions and all they desire is their drugs or, something that will make them happy. Not everybody is into the material world to have nice, fancy things in their home. Not everybody's into going on vacation trips. Some people prefer just sitting in front of the goddamn TV set and stuff in their face. And then there's ones that rather, go from one area to the next and their job is to torment and make somebody to the point where they freak the hell out and target the wrong person, accuse the wrong person to make that person appear mentally ill, and that helps, government collect another slave to work for one of their facilities, and they get a check to so-called take care of them in their facility, when really it's the patients that are, you know, cleaning up after them when they don't do shit. Same with like prisons. Prisons are the same way. The security guards got to come in and do what they love to do, and that's control. And why the prisoners do mostly all the work. They cook for the prisoners. They clean up their cells, and not only clean up the cells, they clean up the cafeterias. They clean up the work areas where the security guards are at. People don't look at none of that shit. And the ones that are the most dangerous ones are also being pampered as well because they're like they're pretty much like isolated from people who want to harm them, so they get a better section in the prison, and they get, food served to them. They get on the good behavior towards the guards and shit, they'll get a TV set in their room. They have what they always wanted. They don't want to live on the streets. They prefer to live in a prison where people are catered to them. I had met people that like living in hospitals because people are serving them. In certain types of areas, they serve the most evilest freaking people. And they pamper them and they feel sorry for them because they're weak-minded. They have no willpower to control their behavior. Now, like I said, the people that, know self-control, but need protection from people that do not know self-control are pushed under the carpet, and that person's supposed to accept it. And just like me, I'm short. I get taken advantage of all the time because I'm short and because I can't fucking drive. But, if I would have turned around and did some shit like that, like if like they'll say some rotten shit. Like the one person came up to me, and a lot of people do that. Like I'll have a nice conversation with somebody, and this person will be jealous. And a lot of times it's gay people that get jealous. Like if you're talking to another dude and you're just talking nice and everything's getting along, that in the closet gay dude, or he's an openly gay dude, will come out and say something like screw it up to make that person, because he's assuming that that person has a thing for that other person. They don't like the connection there. It's bothering him because there's a good connection going on. So they'll come out and say some rotten shit, just for that person, like, not to look at that person in that way. But it's not like that person was looking in them in that way. They were assuming that. So they'll say shit that you already know about yourself about being short. Okay, the person says, "Are you a midget?" And I'm like, "No." Midgets have stubby, short, fat hands, for one thing. They have short arms. Their body is not formed, perfectly. In dwarfs, same. They have crippled legs and shit like that. There's short people, and there's people that are deformed. Midgets and dwarfs are what you call deformed people. Total fucking big difference. He knew that. He was just being an asshole. And he deliberately did that on purpose, because I guess he was afraid that guy was going to like me in that way. And I'm like thinking, you assume shit too much, and I know why you did it, is because you have a thing for the person that I was talking to. Women also do that too. Straight women that see another woman talking to a man, she sees competition, and she will say some messed up shit of how you're dressed or the way you look or whatever.